welcome to my chaos, that is my channel. As I promised, we will be continuing the scary spooky Reddit stories, and for today's story we are going to be reading out a story from Cjades subreddit. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So this one's called Ghost Lady in the House in the Middle of the Woods. So yeah, the title attracted me. I read bits and parts of it and I think it's gonna be an interesting story. So yeah, little premise: English is not my first language. I never actually studied, so forgive my bad grammar and eventual mistakes. Sometimes in the 50s, my step grandfather had a summer house. So her family consists of her sister, who's older, a little brother, her father, and her stepmom. The house had 3 bedrooms, the kitchen, a big room, and a basement. I hate basements, honestly. There was nothing there before he built the house, except for trees, and he's always been the only owner. Every August, my family and I moved in the house for the entire month to escape from the hot summer temperatures. Since no one usually stayed there at the time of the year and the temperatures were lower in there, I always had this weird feeling about that place. Always listen to your gut instinct, baby girl. Since when I was little, I felt weird in one of the bedrooms in particular, but I always gave the blame to the fact that we are in the middle of nothing, surrounded by forests with deer, wolves, and wild boars. Ooh, okay. I would dare not live in a place like that. Now, I have to say, I grew up in a mildly haunted house from the 70s, so I used to see weird things happening, and I always had sleep paralysis and recurrent dreams of places and people that I've never seen. This also happens to me, and I honestly cannot explain the phenomena. If you're curious, I have a few more stories to share about that. Oh my god, I would definitely love to read them out. So being weirded out by places and things is exactly my cup of tea. I think this person is so similar to me and we have a lot in common already. One night when I was 10 years old and my sister was 2 years old, we were sleeping in a room that gave me the creeps, the room that she spoke about previously. Obviously, it always took me some time to sleep in the room since I always had the impression that there was some shadowy things moving in the corners. Oh my god, that is scary. That happens even if I've not watched a ghost movie or not talked about ghosts, but your mind plays on you, and that happens when you're in the dark sometimes. Anyway, continuing. But eventually I fell asleep. Too bad that just a couple of hours I was awoken again by the sound of the door closing and steps in the room. I checked with my hand without opening my eyes to see if my sister was still next to me. I thought that she needed to go to the loo and had closed the door in the process. She was still there. In the exact moment that I realized that my sister wasn't making the noises, I felt lightweight on my legs and the mattress that folded down like someone was sitting on the bed right next to me. Oh my god, my heart beat. I opened my eyes, half panicked, to find a middle-aged pale lady dressed in an ancient clothing staring at me. Oh my god, at this point I would literally have a heart attack. No joke, I don't think I am capable of tolerating this if I could even live to see this a second after it happens. Anyway, so continuing. She was kind of glowy and the way she was looking at me was weirdly kind of caring. Ooh, okay. And this took a turn. In fact, instead of freaking out, I felt super calm and relaxed. Maybe it was your angel, angel guide or someone like that, or maybe your ancestor. She slowly moved her hand towards my left cheek and patted on it. I was so calm that I closed my eyes, and as soon as I did, I felt the weight lifting from the bed. I opened my eyes again and there was nothing. The next morning, I asked my sister if she noticed anything weird, and she didn't. I slept in the room a few more days and nothing happened, so I thought it was just a vivid dream of mine. Until 10 years later, I had to change my mind. Okay, I am sensing a twist in the plot here. The next year, I started to sleep in the guest room because even if the lady wasn't threatening, I was still a bit freaked out. And in a few years, I stopped to go in the house because I used to stay in the city to hang out with my friends. I was 20 when I went to visit my parents in the summer house. When I found out that my little brother had started to sleep in the guest room, and I asked him why he refused to answer me. So I asked my stepmom, and she told me that he was super shy about it, but he claimed to have seen an old lady in ancient white clothing next to him and patting his cheek. So basically, the same incident that happened with her brother, which is crazy. It's been 8 years and I still get the chills. A few years later, I asked my father if he knew something about the house, thinking that maybe it was built on other houses and someone died in those older houses. And nothing. It was just words. Okay, which is kind of even worse because you don't know who this person is. But he also added that he and his brother have always talked about the fact that there was a lady in the house without knowing why. We still don't know who that woman was. Sorry for the length of the story. Lots of love from Italy. Oh my god, love you too. Thank you so much for permitting me to read your story. But I guess after reading the story, I just feel like this person or this spirit like is a good person just being in or stuck in this realm and is just a caring spirit, and that's all I could really take from this story. And it's crazy that they did not communicate this amongst each other, you know. Literally, if something like that happened to me or any of my family members, that would be the topic for the next entire year, honestly. And we would probably like get a cleanse done or something of that sort. And oh my god, like just, but the fact that it was like a caring energy and not so like disturbing is what makes it a little better. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this short but sweet story but ghostly story, and I have some stories of my own also. If you've not checked out the previous story, which was super spooky, go do that right now. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.